Now, before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know about Pickswise.com. Pickswise is the home of sports picks and predictions. You can find the latest college basketball picks every game for every day, and they will give you a free pick for every single March Madness game once the tournament starts, and they'll be able to load in their picks right here. They will give you reasoning, sound reasoning from expert handicappers, from expert analysts. They feature the very best of the college basketball handicappers, and especially as it gets closer to March Madness, be sure to check them out and be sure to bet better with Pickswise. Sup guys, it's Alex here, and welcome to the 2021 Pac-12 tournament predictions. And man, the Pac-12 has just been really interesting this year, especially with Arizona being ineligible for the postseason, so they're not even going to be in the tournament this year. But before we kind of take a look at the bracket and just give a review of the regular season and then get along with the predictions, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me on these recent tournament predictions videos, along with the bracketologies. And here in less than a week, we have the actual tournament predictions video for the NCAA tournament. And man, I could not be more excited. We're kicking off the actual conference tournaments this week. I think tomorrow on Tuesday is whenever the first major conference first round games are going to be starting up with the ACC and stuff like that. So it's going to be really fun to see what happens with that. But thank you guys for all the support on my channel recently. We are doing a 7,000 subscriber giveaway. If we hit 7,000 subscribers by next Sunday, which is Selection Sunday, March 14th, I will be giving away another $25 gift card or a t-shirt of your favorite team. Most people are probably going to choose the gift card, but either or is an option. We are already doing one for hitting 6,000 subscribers, and now we're trying to hit 7,000 to do a second gift card / t-shirt giveaway. So make sure you enter the giveaway. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on, take a screenshot, send it to me at AlexPrice24 on Instagram so I know you're subscribed, and that's how you enter the giveaway. More details are in the description below, but that's a very high level summary of it. So now let's go ahead and get into our predictions and analysis here of the Pac-12 bracket. So as of right now, there's really only 4 teams in the Pac-12 that are looking like they are going to be able to make the tournament right now, and it is going to be Oregon, who's projected as a 6 seed right now. Then we have USC, who's also projected to be a 6 seed. Then we have UCLA, who I think right now is a 9 or something like that, like a 9 or 10. And then Colorado, who is projected to be, I think, at 5 right now, either a 5 or a 6. One of those two options, unless you're Jerry Palm, who had him as a 9 seed. So that's just a little bit of a sour grape right there. I think a low end 5, high end 6 is right for Colorado this year. But taking a look at the other teams, we have Oregon State, who's not really near the bubble. Stanford was on the bubble. I mean, they're kind of in the next four out right now. And then Utah, Arizona State, Washington State, and Washington, along with California. Those are teams that have to win this Pac-12 tournament to get into the tournament, and they'd be a bid thief. Arizona State, I do want to touch on. Before the season started, they were a team that a lot of people thought were going to be really good this year with Remy Martin coming back. He was a preseason National Player of the Year contender, and just the team as a whole had a strong last year. I think they were a 7 seed in the final predictions before everything went, before the COVID crisis happened. But yeah, that team was supposed to make some noise this year, but they have not. They are an 8 seed in their conference tournament, nowhere near the bubble right now. I mean, I think they're 13-10 or something like that last time I checked their record. I mean, I may be even wrong on that. But yeah, Arizona State, I love that team, but they need to make a run in the tournament to be able to make the NCAA tournament. And I mean, they did just lose to Utah by 40 this weekend, so that's not good. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the predictions here. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video, but we're going to just go ahead and kick it off. So up first, we have our first round predictions, Arizona State and Washington State. I'm going to go with Arizona State winning that. I do think Arizona State is obviously the better team, but I mean, you never know. Washington State beat Stanford. I don't know the results of a ton of these games just because I'm not a huge Pac-12 follower, but I like to stay updated, a very high level view of Pac-12, especially when it comes to the NCAA tournament. But then we'll have Stanford in California here. I do think Stanford needs to win this game. I mean, they have to win this game. They have to beat Colorado and maybe even USC as well to make the tournament. In fact, they might even need to win the Pac-12 tournament to make it, depending on what else happens on the bubble. So we'll see what happens with that. But then I also think that Utah will be able to beat Washington. Washington just has sucked this year, to be honest. So that sets up Oregon versus Arizona State here. And I am going to go with an upset pick. I'm going to go with the 8 seed Arizona State Sun Devils upsetting Oregon. Oregon's spot in the tournament has been locked in with Chris Duarte. That team has been looking fantastic this year, but I do think that Arizona State can pull off the upset. I believe in that team, at least to make somewhat of a run here in the Pac-12 tournament. I mean, they're probably not going to make the NCAA tournament, but you never know. I believe in the talent of that team with Dan Hurley as the coach. They just got to figure something out, and I think they will by the time the tournament rolls around. Then I'm going to go with UCLA beating, I almost said Arizona State, Oregon State here to move on to the Pac-12 semifinals. If I can pick UCLA, there we go. Then I'm going to go with McKinley Wright in Colorado here, moving on past Stanford. Stanford and Zaire Williams, hopes for an NCAA tournament bid are going to come to an end right there. And then I'm also going to go with USC as the 2 seed here, moving on past Utah. So we have Arizona State and UCLA for a spot in the Pac-12 finals, and I am going to go with Arizona State here, moving on to the finals of the Pac-12 tournament. I think some chaos can happen here in the Pac-12 tournament, and I think it would be fantastic to see Arizona State make a run to the finals of this conference tournament, where they will face the winner of Colorado and USC, which I believe will be USC. I think Colorado has a great team this year. I think that they could be a potential Sweet 16 team in the NCAA tournament, but I also think the same thing about USC depending on matchups. I think that USC ends up beating Colorado there and moving on to the finals of the Pac-12 tournament. So we have 2 seed USC, 8 seed Arizona State here in the Pac-12 finals. And as much as I want to pick Arizona State to make a surprise run through the tournament and actually win the whole thing, I do have to go with USC, who I think has been the best team in the Pac-12 this season. Got that crazy shot at the end of regulation against UCLA to win the game 64-63 this past weekend. It was just crazy, a three-pointer in the corner. But yeah, I think that USC is going to win the Pac-12 tournament this year. So let me know what you guys think of my reactions. I know that 8 seed over 1 probably won't be a popular decision amongst you Pac-12 fans, especially amongst the Oregon fans, but I just believe in Arizona State a lot this year. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions. Leave your own predictions in the comment section below, and I will see you all later.